Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Albie. If this is your first time here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Let's just get that out the way. So let's talk about this beauty room. So I don't have one. So not really a tour, but it is a tour. I decided to do not only one of my favorite designs recently, but one of my more popular ones, and it's a beauty room. So in this video I am going to tell you a little bit about the background to this room. You're gonna see the design and a little bit of my process and the final 3D tour. Grab your coffee or whatever your favorite beverage of choice is, and let's jump right into it. So this beauty room, my client, she had a roommate for a bit, and was now in a 2-bedroom by herself. Exciting! And wasn't sure what to do. I have a bump. Oh, summer. Wasn't quite sure what to do with the 2nd bedroom. Okay, so her first idea was a guest bedroom. So often people figure, I have another bedroom, it should be a guest bedroom. And my first question was, how often do you have guests that need a bedroom? Like, usually people get a guest bedroom because they have, a lot of out of town family or friends or things of that nature. She didn't have, like, all her family lives, in town with her. So when they're visiting, they can go right back home. For her lifestyle, it didn't make sense. So we nixed that idea. Her second idea was to do a home office. And I was like, I mean, we can put a pin in that, but walk me through it. Because again, just like the guest bedroom, there are just certain things people figure, I have a spare room, what do I do with it? Home office is another go-to that people tend to fall back on. And a little bit about her, she doesn't have a job that like brings work home. Like, she has a full-time job, and then she has her beauty thing that she does, and I'll get on that a little bit later. But it wasn't anything that required a home office in the traditional sense. But I was like, let's put a pin in it because we might be able to kind of, play around with that idea. So that wasn't a complete no. Idea number 3 was to do a walk-in closet. Now, every girl wants a walk-in closet / dressing room. I wasn't opposed to it, but I was like, again, let's think about your life. So in her bedroom, the room she sleeps in, she has a walk-in closet. For the clothes and shoes that she owned, that closet was perfect. Like, nothing was pouring out, but there was still some room for, she did, some seasonal shopping. Like, it worked. So to now dedicate an entire room, granted a small room, but it's still an entire room to that, it was kind of like, that room is still bigger than the closet. So now you're going to end up with a lot of white space. And that easily is going to lead to more shopping. Possibly unnecessary shopping, because now you're like, well, I have all this space to fill. And then on top of that, they were just kind of like the logistics of it. Are we doing, hang bars? Because again, this is a bedroom, so it has a closet. So what are we doing with that closet? Okay, let's say we dedicate it to shoes. The rest of the space, what are we getting? Are we putting up shelves? Are we putting up rods? Are we doing racks? Like, now there's like this whole logistics. Are we going to put, an accessory island in the middle? It gets a little bit more complicated because this is a room. So it's not even a walk-in closet. It's going to be a dressing room. It sounds nice, like, but no. So we decided to revisit the home office idea, but I was like, okay, again, your actual job does not bring work home. You're not working from home. You know, you work outside of the home 8 hours a day, which translates to being outside 10 hours a day between commuting and all that jazz. But we can work with this because she is a beauty lifestyle blogger, YouTuber, not like a big YouTuber, but again, she would do the occasional tutorial videos. Like I said, she would do some beauty blogging. For certain events and things, she would, do makeup and such for friends, family, whatever the case is. And her makeup collection is bananas. Like makeup, skincare products, hair products, just all that beauty stuff. Full disclosure, not my jam, so I might be saying it all wrong, but you get my point, beauty. So I was like, let's not call it your home office, but we can give you a beauty room. Now the reason that never crossed her mind, because if you search YouTube for beauty room, you're gonna get, chances are a lot of the results you're gonna get are gonna be, larger beauty YouTubers and their massive beauty rooms because they have, all this product that they get from sponsorships or, from doing reviews and all this other jazz. So she was thinking in that sense, a dedicated space because this is what I do full time. And I was like, no, like, this is a great way for you to reclaim your bathroom, for you to reclaim your dresser that's in your bedroom and say, this is my dedicated space. Just because you're not famous with it doesn't mean you don't need a dedicated space for putting on a beat. If you're recording, your tripod will always stay set up, your lighting and all that jazz will always stay set up in that room. If you're doing your face, your friend's face, where is this curl running off to? You don't have to rejig the bathroom or whatever the case is. Your vanity can stay clear and clean, and this is where you go do what you do, and that's it. And the closet, because it had a storage system in it, I was like, that can be, where larger things live, like curling irons and things. I don't know. So that is the idea we decided to go with. So that is how we came about with doing a beauty room. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the mood board that I put together for her. She wanted something that one went with the rest of the apartment. She didn't want it to seem too untouchable, and like, again, if you do a search, you might see a lot of beauty rooms that are all white and they look like something ripped out of a magazine and pristine and just, this can't be real. She definitely didn't want that. She wanted it to be, fancy and elegant and chic, but she also wanted it to be cozy and inviting. Like, my girlfriends can come over and I can do their face kind of thing and then not feel like, oh girl, you bougie. So she wanted it to feel grown up, but she wanted it to still feel authentic to her. So, the mood board. Okay, so when she said she wanted something that felt grown up, felt glamorous, but also felt really like down to earth, I knew I wanted to incorporate like leather and sheepskin and just really natural materials, cacti, introducing some greenery or succulents in that kind of way to kind of really bring some life into the space, but to balance out that elegance with like touches of bronze and gold. I really loved like the chic glam look of this black and white gold gallery wall situation. So whether it's going to be black and white photos, prints, sketches, whatever, and then really clean, simple white case goods. Obviously, we needed lots of storage. I don't know much about makeup, but I know storage is kind of a big deal. So some side storage, definitely some vanity storage, and then, storage with a mirror so we weren't using up surface area or any part of the budget to buy a mirror. so that those things on hand would be right there, plus little acrylic storage, desk organizers, anything like that for like those need to reach, need to use pieces. I definitely wanted to dedicate a wall to some floating shelves, either above the case goods or on a wall on itself. Definitely had to kind of work through that, but this was definitely the general idea to show off some accents plus have storage. And then the creme de la creme was going to be, this chair. It had to be a showpiece. Comfortable, functional, yes, but also very luxe. So this chair, if we weren't going to get this exact chair, it was definitely going to be the inspiration because, it's gorgeous. It was going to be the pop of color. It was going to be the pop of chic. Again, the center of attention, the showstopper in this entire look, because it was very neutral, like you see with the palette, soft tones, but then you have bronze, gold, and then these textures, suedes and leathers that were really going to bring together the whole look that she was hoping for and going for. She loved the mood board, so we were off to the races. And like I mentioned, small room, so I didn't really do a formal floor plan like I do with some projects. For this one, I kind of just quickly did a space plan. And also with this one, she wanted a 3D rendering. I've only posted on YouTube one of my projects, and I don't think it was a completed one, but generally I might design packages just for the sake of saving money. Sometimes the client will only want the mood board, the floor plan, and a 2D design board. But they always have the option of getting a 3D rendering instead. And what that looks like, and you'll see that at the end of this one, is basically it's a more realistic portrayal of what the room would look like, so you really visualize it in its full glory. Now, that previous sketch, again, like I said, just wanted to get the lay of the land, ended up resulting in this. So this particular project was one where she wanted a rendering. So this is basically the outline of the rendering. So this closet was already here, but I wanted to change out the door, so we found a really great glass sliding door, and you'll see all of this in the actual full out rendering. The case good, this was an IKEA piece, and I was able to bring in quite a few floating shelves. This large sheepskin rug, which I believe is 6x8. So definitely something you can't miss when you're in the room, but not necessarily taking over the entire room. The desk had a bit of room to kind of just float in the space, leaving room for a tripod set up for filming. The showstopper chair. We did one ottoman instead of two, so we did one big cozy ottoman. A little basket off to the side. Again, we have our different storage options, trash can, because I'm sure makeup generates trash. Again, more accents. And then our little gallery wall, because you can see this is not a big space, It's a really small space, hardly much of a walkway, but just this little moment to kind of stop and look at something really pretty. So this ended up being like the final sketch of the place. We pulled together our shopping list. As I was shopping, I'm rendering, making sure things make sense, things look good together, all that jazz. And like I said, the room already had a closet, and I knew I wanted to get rid of those doors. They weren't in bad condition. They could be better. So I found these really dope glass barnyard style doors. So one, it was saving space in that it wasn't swinging out. sliding glass doors. And because like I said, the closet already had a storage system inside of it, it wasn't anything that, you know, you'd necessarily be ashamed to show off. It was a beautiful custom system that had nothing to do with me. That was, you know, before I put my hands on things. And as with most apartments, a Phillips screwdriver will take them doors right off. So that's what we did. I say we did. I wasn't there. I had nothing to do with it. That's the instructions I gave. We unscrewed the hinges. It's an apartment rental, so we want to keep these doors so we can give it back to the landlord when we leave. She was able to easily just slide them under her bed, so that when it came time to hand back those keys, just screw them doors right back on. I am a big, big, big fan of, you know, those kinds of changes. They seem difficult. They're not. One. Two, and they're so significant. Like, people think they're in a rental, they can't customize their rental. You can. I'm not saying knock down walls. Unscrewing a door and screwing it back on, like, unless it's like some sort of complicated, you know, fixture, or, you know, you break it, I don't know, and you lose your deposit. But unscrewing the door, saving the screws. So, you know, I told her, I was like, you take them down, put them in a little baggie or whatever, take them to the door. Door goes under the bed. Nobody's bothering under there. Time to move out. Screw them girls right back on. And we replaced it with, like I said, the sliding doors. That's one rail on top of the door opening. You know, you put in your holes, which you can easily patch up when you leave. So that was, you know, it was such a significant change to the whole feel and aesthetic of the room. One, it made the room feel more open because they were frosted glass, so you didn't have these opaque, janky white doors just there. And again, we needed all the space we could get, so you didn't have anything swinging out, so the dresser could live where we wanted it to live. We could have the floating shelves above the dresser, and on the opposite wall we had the little small gallery, so to speak, of just some really great prints I found on Wayfair, and just switching out the frames to some gold frames to really add that luxe, elegant kind of feel. So yeah, that is the beauty room. Hope you guys like it. See, it was a tour-ish. Comment below, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about this style of video. Like I said, since my mood board Mondays tend to be every Monday, every other Monday, depending, you know, what's going on with the rest of my life, the video will always be in tandem. Definitely, you know, check out the blog post, comment below, let me know what you think. Actually click the thumb, you know, if you like this video. And again, if you haven't, subscribe. Don't leave me without subscribing, because that would really make me happy. So I will see you guys in the next one, and yeah.